Coming up on Mountain News this morning, medical cannabis is moving forward in the Commonwealth as the lottery for dispensaries decides who can sell the product. And Kentucky State Police made its yearly contribution to families searching for a Thanksgiving meal.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Carmouche. We're at 6 o'clock this Tuesday morning, and believe it or not, it is already November 26th. Let's send it over to meteorologist Megan Desmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, Megan, November has flown by, but so have all the other months.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. It's been really quick, right? Especially October, right? Can't even believe that was 20 days ago, and we're not too far off from not only Thanksgiving, but then Christmas, and then we have New Year's after that. But those temperatures aren't really feeling like we're this late in November, as our current temperatures are in the 40s right now, and we're only going to stay about these temperatures as our high temperatures for the day are just a little bit warmer. I mean, take a look. Hazard 51, Wise 50, Grundy 55. Not going to be much change today in those temperatures, but satellite and radar, you can see we have a little bit of rain left in our area, but it's pushing through and we should stay dry after it's out of our area for the rest of your Tuesday. And as you can see on that day planner, those temperatures aren't moving too much, and the sun will start peeking out around that 3 p.m. hour, leading to a nicer day until tomorrow, when we have that next chance of rain picking up in the evening and those colder temperatures starting after that. Madison?
All right, Megan, thank you. Yesterday, a lottery process decided the first 36 dispensaries for medical cannabis in Kentucky. The dispensaries were selected from regions 3 through 11. Dispensaries in regions 1 and 2, which cover the Lexington and Louisville metro regions, will be picked on December 16th. Governor Andy Beshear said they are implementing the medical cannabis business in parts for a reason.
What we saw with hemp, with all the licenses that went out, is it crashed the market, having too many individuals that were out there licensed in the very beginning. So we think that we've got it generally right.
The governor says they are aiming for products to be available to qualifying cardholders as close to January 1st as possible. There were some businesses that were selected from that announcement that are in our area: HYE Property Management LLC in Powell County, Reed KY Dispensary LLC in Pulaski and Pike counties, and Kentucky Zen LLC in Pike County. In this lottery, businesses from the same county were drawn, but only the first business selected from a county will be able to stay. A Louisville Metro police officer shot by a protester in 2020 is suing the department. Robinson DeRoches says he told the department he was mentally struggling after being shot and spending 6 weeks in the hospital. But instead of giving him adequate mental health help, he says the department sent him to work patrol at night in one of the most violent areas of the city. He was suffering from PTSD. DeRoches got that help on his own. He says it saved his life.
Everybody always come to LMPD and say, we want to change. We want to help the community. Well, helping the community is by standing up for what's right and speaking out on certain things, no matter if it costs you your job, if it costs you, your name, but that's okay.
In a statement to our sister station WAVE, the department said they strive to make accommodations for those who need it, and they are committed to officer well-being. A coalition that calls itself the People's Consent Decree hosted an event yesterday morning in Louisville. It comes a year and a half after a DOJ report found Louisville Metro Police Department discriminates against black people, uses excessive force, and conducts searches based on invalid warrants, among other issues. Negotiations on the consent decree between the mayor's office, LMPD, and the DOJ have been underway since February. No details have been released. Those who spoke at the event want LMPD to publicly acknowledge the mistakes made in the past and invite those harmed by police to be part of the conversation about solutions.
It is an imperative that there are people who have been impacted by this department who are sitting around that table to be able to make those decisions for what is there. It is critically important. I have said directly to the mayor on more than one occasion, input is not participation.
A statement sent to our sister station WAVE from Mayor Greenberg's office says Metro government is not waiting to take action and create change at LMPD. The statement included examples of what is being done within the department, including new body cam policies and police reforms. Thanksgiving week is here. Before you eat all the food that comes with the holiday, there are safety measures you can take to ensure the best experience. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked to a health environmentalist about precautions you can take while cooking.
Preparing your Thanksgiving feast can include handling raw products that can hold bacteria.
You may use countertops, you may use cutting boards. You're definitely going to use some knives and utensils. You need to either change or wash those cutting boards and knives and utensils in between dealing with different types of food.
Keeping surrounding items clean and also adding a layer between the products and your hands.
So like for turkey, you may want to wear like some type of like a glove, you know, just to keep from contaminating the turkey from whatever may be on your hands.
Anderson says it is best to keep food items like turkey and ham away from each other while preparing. Once in the oven, Anderson says to make sure meats are cooked thoroughly.
And you're going to be baking or roasting, maybe in some cases frying these turkeys for hours. You know, you're going to want to make sure the internal temperature of the turkey hits 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
Some leftovers after the meal, Anderson recommends reheating that food to 165 degrees as well. From
sitting out in room air, you know, bacteria may start growing on it. And then, of course, who knows how many people is going to be involved in serving that item, and then also repackaging it for refrigeration.
Anderson says you can use a meat thermometer to check internal temperatures. And Hazard Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Federal guidelines say leftovers can be stored for up to 7 days. Anderson says he recommends 2 or 3 days in the fridge. Kentucky State Police Post 13 hosted its 7th annual Thanksgiving meal giveaway. The troopers collect the turkeys and side items and then deliver them to schools in the Post 13 counties. Each school selects 5 families who are the most in need to receive the meals. Food City Whitesburg manager Scott Huff says this time of year is about bridging the gap.
This is a tough time of year for some folks that struggle a little bit, so it's a big privilege for us to be able to be partnered with them to help give to some folks that need it. So, you know, when you see them smile, it's a big smile for us.
The food giveaway is just the first of a few holiday season donations by Kentucky State Police. Both Cram the Cruiser and Shop with a Trooper are coming up.
Taking a look at those temperatures today, it's very interesting to note that when we start off our day, it'll be quite warm, and we're not going to have that much change after that. So let's take a look. Really looking in the 40s right now. If you are in Jonesville, Grundy, 52 degrees. But as we're going zone by zone, you can see that we're not going to be increasing by much. We have the low 50s as you're heading into the Cumberland Valley. Moving into the Kentucky River Valley, you can continue to see those temperatures even cooler, mostly at that 50-degree mark. And as you're going into the Big Sandy Valley, again, really looking at the 50-degree mark, 48 in Moorhead and 55 for Clintwood and Grundy. And you can really see that temperature trend over the next 12 hours, and it's just going to barely move up about 51 degrees by the time 3 p.m. rolls around. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. And thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Do you have an unused gift card? Well, a new study shows how much shoppers leave behind on their forgotten gifts.